Hey all, welcome to Chromite Mine, the sixth location of the Terra Main questline. So in the previous few mines, we have explored the food items of Terra, and now we are going to explore some of the ores, specifically the chromite ore. And we are going to get some samples of it in the Chromite Mine. So let's see. Speaking of the location first, it's 603 tiles long and will cost 952,000 energy. And now speaking of chromite itself, the ore is not very useful, I would say, but initially yes, you will need a bit of it to get the chromite card. And chromite is also used for making super chromium in the foundry. As of today, the super chromium pillars or caravans are not that valuable. The electrum ones, no, not electrum, it was amazonium from New World, still gives higher experience than super chromium as of today. I don't know if this will change in future, but yes, as of now, the New World's the biggest experience giving thing is still amazonium. So super chromium in general is not that useful. The chromium ore is not really used at much places, so you don't really need to dig the chromium mine repeatedly. Let's see what's inside the mine. Even initially, I would not recommend digging the repeatable to get the ore. You can get it in the events as you progress, and from that you will soon accumulate enough to get the cards. No need to dig the repeatable specifically for that purpose. Looks like a simple mine, simply clearing up the tiles and going from one mine to the next. And here comes another mine. So we are going deeper into the mine, lower, deeper, whatever you call it. Maybe we'll find more super chromium inside. Not really, it's still more of the dirt tiles. Some stones to move, but not a big deal. They can be easily moved. This one looks like a bonus to me because there are just as many fish bones as the number of stones, it seems. So I'm just going to try for that. Two more stones, we have them here. Okay, one last. Okay, this looks like a really big mine. We are going one place to another, exploring the corners, and no corner. I mean, the corner doesn't end. There is new things as we explore the dark parts of the cave. Not cave, I would call this a mine. Okay, it looks like we have at least something interesting coming up. The crystals we have to break using the light of the same color. This is another of the mechanic of the Terra region. So the light source is a straight one and it already broke the first yellow crystal. But to break the blue one we need to change the color of the light to blue. We have a mirror on the right side that is probably of no other use other than breaking the red crystals because that will need a turn. Anyway, we sufficiently have enough mirrors to change the color of the light to whichever color we want because 3 mirrors is all we need. Then we just have to change the placements. Okay, it's 4 mirrors, not 3. And using this cap we can keep the color unchanged and then break the blue one. Now it's time for 2 green crystals and it's as simple as moving the mirrors one space to the right, although it did take quite some work to do that. 2 green crystals down and again it's time for blue. So to repeat what we just did, this is a better way to do it than all the walking. And now repeating that again to change it to green, which is what we need. So the straight path is now clear. We need to change the color to red to explore the lower path. Color has changed. Okay, now let's walk over to the other side. We have some pit puzzles ahead, so yes, this mine is not as boring as I thought it would be. Let's break these red crystals first because I think the way to the pit puzzles, that should be the correct way. Usually there are no puzzles on the wrong paths. This one is a sapphire, so a jewel if you are going to explore it. It was worth it because not many tiles dug to reach there. So 3 pits of 3 shapes and 3 stones we have to put in them. Alright, let's start putting the stones. We need a circular one first, but I'm just moving this in place to make it easy to pull later on. Circle first, of course. Okay, that was quite easy. And we have positioned it for a single push. Triangle would be also a direct push with one turn. All done. So not much left. Let's see. Interesting. It looks like we have an excavator machine digging into the earth here. That must be us, maybe. Well, some other machines that are exploiting the chromite. Not really exploiting, it might be just there for use. Anyway. Final few pieces from the chromite mine. Looks like we have reached very deep and we have a lot of chromite here. And that in fact was the last things in this mine. So the chromite mine is complete, but the quest still is not, because to complete the quest we have to clear this repeatable called chromite room. Okay, this one had a lot of chromite. Repeatable after all. I don't know if this is one of the rarer versions that has more chromite. And that's the repeatable done. The game froze for some reason, but we can go to camp, talk to Rusty later, and the quest is complete. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one.